You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies until all my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you've chosen me. Your love has called my name. I've been born again into your family. Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I am surrounded by the arms of the Father. I am surrounded by songs of deliverance. We've been liberated from our bondage. We're the sons and the daughters. Let us sing our freedom. I'm no longer a slave to sin. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God.
Have you ever seen a duck swimming on a lake? Up top, above, it's all calm and collected, but underneath, just going nuts, trying to get to where it's trying to go. Sometimes in my life, I feel like that. I feel like that duck where I just can look like I'm doing okay, but on the inside, I'm kind of like, there's some turmoil, you know? I think you guys can probably relate with that as well. We get a little stressed out. We get a little anxious about the things that are going on, especially nowadays. We could get anxious. The Bible actually talks about us being anxious. I want to read this out of Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. It says this: "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." So in those moments when you don't really know what's happening, when you're not sure what's going on, if you take your requests to the Lord and you say, God, this is what's going on, and you bring him these things, what it's saying is that God is going to take those worries, that God is going to take those things from your heart, and he is going to replace those things, those worries, those anxieties, with peace. Now, I want you to know first that our peace is not replaced with the answer, right? Regardless of the answer, whether it goes the way we want or not, we don't get our peace from the answer. The peace of God is found in the presence of God. And I want you guys to know that as we are abiding in Christ, as we are reading our word, opening up, as we all have found a little bit more time in our day, as we are going into prayer and reading what God is saying through his word, we find his presence and we find his peace. And let that be an encouragement for your hearts today. If you feel anxious, if you feel worried, abide in Christ. Find his presence. He is with you always. Just become more aware of his presence and see that the peace of God that transcends all understanding doesn't come upon you. Blessings, friends.